Hey, it's Orbital Airsoft again. Not doing a review this time, but I went out and I played a bit today. New place, never played, met some nice people. It was a lot of fun. But some of the things that happened brought up something very important. In front of me is all this gear. Now, I want to ask real quick what people think the most important thing you can have for any Airsoft match, event, milsim, speedsoft, whatever you're doing, what's the most important thing that you need? And you can look at all this stuff, and it's not here. It's not in front of the camera. The most important thing that you need for any Airsoft, anything at all, is this. Or that. Water. That's the most important thing you need. Now that's not the best container, that's probably better. But any of those things, water is the thing you need most. Because if you're not hydrated, you're gonna have happen to you what happened to me today, which was I had a small heat stroke and ended up just puking up all the water that I had drank in the last couple hours, which was a lot of water. Because you can't just drink water right when you're at a game or right before the game, because your body doesn't have time to process it. You also need to have a healthy diet. One of the problems is that I'm in college, so I don't really have all that money to go, constantly be buying groceries and eating the most, healthy foods. So I eat a lot of ramen noodles, and that's not very good physically on the body. It's not very healthy, and so that led me to have some heat stroke. Really, ideally, you should be drinking water, days in advance. And I just want to give this as a quick, update, PSA, whatever. Just to remind people, if you're new to Airsoft, if you're a seasoned veteran, it doesn't matter. Everyone needs to drink water, or you're gonna hurt yourself, which is the worst thing you can do. Because if you don't have water, then when they yell start, then sprinting up off the bat to get into a good position is gonna be a lot harder, because once you get there and you stop and you start trying to breathe back on a regular level, your body's gonna have this real hard time catching up to you. Or, if you're just doing a lot of consistent movement, or if you're just trying to, dodge, duck, weave, do whatever, your body is not going to be able to keep up with what you're trying to do. So, just as an update, if you don't take care of yourself, then you might literally not survive an Airsoft game. And I don't mean you're gonna call hit and walk off the field. I mean, there's a potential of you needing to go to an ER. And if you aren't with a group of people, if you're just by yourself off in the woods and you ran out of breath and now you're going through heat stroke and there's no players immediately around you and you start going down and it's bad enough, you could potentially die. So, drink water. Just saying. One thing to add to that real quick is just that when you're picking what gear you're gonna wear, something like that, a plate carrier, might not be the best thing for you if you're not in great shape. If you're not in great shape, obviously I'm not in great shape right now because, one, I'm in Florida in summer, well, kind of the end of summer, but basically we only get summer and spring in Florida. We don't really get anything else. So down here, when it's summer basically all year round, especially during, that August, September time, plate carrier, not the best thing. You might want to go with something like a chest harness or even a belt rig, which 511 TDU belt is a good option. I'll go over all this stuff in later videos when it comes down to gear, but really, you shouldn't just pick gear based on what you think is the coolest looking. Pick it based on functional for you. For me, I go with a plate carrier because, one, I like being able to have a lot of space to put things down, but I also like really putting patches on myself. I'm here for a fashion show too, guys. Okay? So just think about that when you're getting ready for a game, getting your gear. And remember, you're not looking at necessarily what's going to be the most effective in a combat situation, because we're not in real combat, okay? We're playing a game. You're looking at what's most effective at helping you move around and keep moving.